How's it going, everyone? If you guys know me, you know I used to be a big League of Legends player in my heyday. Growing up, that was my jam. A lot of toxicity, a lot of rage. Kind of left that part of my life in the rearview mirror outside of a brief moment when the world shut down. I got back into it. However, these spin-off games, your Ruined Kings of the world, your Convergences of the world, those games I have really enjoyed, and as somebody that loves League of Legends from a character standpoint, the world standpoint. Arcane, great show that people should check out. Season 2 coming out later this year. Very excited for the new fighting game that is coming to PlayStation 5. It will be a free game in 2025. Formerly called Project L, may have gotten the worst rename that I've ever seen a video game get. I usually don't rage about video game names, but man, bro, what are they thinking with Project L? Officially titled 2XKO. We'll talk about it. The game looks slick as all hell. Very reminiscent of an Arc System Works fighter, and I think it looks great. We'll talk all about that, and again, coming free in 2025. The game itself, as a fighting game, looks absolutely awesome. This game looks so slick in terms of presentation, style. It's got all the style points in the world, and I'm excited for the game. I love me the League of Legends characters, the background, the lore. Not so much a fan of the toxicity anymore, and, raging as I get hard stuck in silver. I'll enjoy me some Ruined King, a League of Legends story. I'll enjoy me some Convergence, a League of Legends story, and I'll probably enjoy me some 2XKO, which I legitimately think is one of the worst names I've ever heard for a video game. I'm sure that at some point I'll get used to the name of the game, and obviously sometimes it's just, you gotta let the name settle in, but man, I think it's awful. Like, did somebody let Elon Musk title this damn video game? Because, and to be fair, I took that joke from the YouTube comment section for the trailer. I am not that witty to think of that joke, but nonetheless, did Elon title this game? Because this is an absolutely terrible name in my opinion, but who cares? The game itself looks great, and I'm really excited for it. You get to see Darius, Yasuo, Ari, some of the characters that are showcased in the trailer. Echo, obviously, in there as well. And utilizing Echo in a fighting game, I think, is going to be really cool. They did a great job of utilizing Echo in a single-player action title in Convergence. You also see Alawi in the trailer, so star-studded cast of League characters, and you don't need a super in-depth roster. You want to get the iconic characters in there. Obviously, that's why you have Yasuo, and man, they did a great job in terms of presentation in this game. It looks so stylish. What it reminds me of is an Arc System Works fighting title. In terms of presentation and aesthetics, it looks so good. And yes, everybody is focused on the name right now, which I think the name is terrible. I think they should have just kept it Project L if their best idea was 2XKO. But what can you do? The game, again, I think looks tremendous as a fighting game, and it is a free-to-play fighting game, so, it'll be free. Obviously, you'll have characters to unlock. It will be really interesting if this game does drop on Steam, because the League of Legends adjacent games, all of those games have dropped on Steam. Convergence, Ruined King, etc., but those games are done by Riot Forge. That's like a accessory group to Riot, and they work with a lot of smaller studios to work on those titles. In the case of 2XKO, it is a free-to-play game, so I don't know if it's going to be locked to the Riot client. I think you're really shooting yourself in the foot if that's the case. The fact that it is on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series makes me think that it'll probably be on Steam as well, and I think that this is going to do really well. I think based on its presentation, when you have an IP like League that you're working with and you're just gonna build upon that and you've got a slick fighting game, what I am confident in is when this game drops, it is gonna have a lot of buzz, it is gonna have a lot of attention. Atrocity of a name aside, it's gonna have a lot of attention right out the gate. Now, whether or not it's gonna be sustainable, we'll see. It's a fighting game. There's a healthy level of competition in the fighting game market, but I think a fighter like this is, again, gonna have an inherent level of interest based on the IP that it's coming from and the fact that it does look so good. And it'll be dropping in 2025. Who knows if it'll be an early 25 release, and the landscape of fighting games can greatly change at that point. But really, I mean, the fighters we have right now, I feel like have settled into the major fighting games for the foreseeable future. Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6, and MK1 is kind of in the mix as well. But 2XKO, I think by the time it drops, will be kind of fiending for a new fighting game. Like, I'm not the biggest fighting game fan. Don't get me wrong, and it's not like I'm gonna be able to specifically break down this game, but I'm definitely going to cover it, given that, you know, I've played League of Legends all my life. Growing up, in high school, I played the hell out of League of Legends. I had so many nights my senior year of high school, when, like, you stopped giving an F, of staying up until 4 a.m. just playing League and grinding and still being hard stuck silver. Yeah, I was terrible at League, but nonetheless, after I went to college and whatnot, I kind of fell off, but then when the world shut down, like, me and all my boys jumped back onto League, and those initial few months, I swear, playing League is, during the early days of the shutdown, gonna be some of my most fond memories, I think, in my life, because, you know, the shutdown was crazy, but those 6 months, we were just all grinding on League, me and my boys. That was a ton of fun, but, yeah, League is something I'm not going to go back to, but I will play games like Ruined King, I will play games like Convergence, and I absolutely will check out, as much as I hate the name, 2XKO. Hoping it turns out well, hoping it's something that people end up enjoying, and it has a lot of longevity attached to it, because I think most people agree, at least the people that grew up with League, we have a lot of fond memories towards the characters, the IP, the world. There's a lot to like about League in that regard, and I think they have, like, some of the best designed characters. The characters look really cool. Like, you look at a Yasuo, an Aatrox. I was a big Jace player. Like, Jace was my main, and maybe that's why I was hard stuck silver. But, like, Jace and all of these characters, like, they're so well designed in terms of character aesthetics, and the lore is so interesting, and now they're branching off in other ways, and people are invested into the world of League of Legends in so many different ways, like a Ruined King, like an Arcane, the television series, which, by the way, will be getting Season 2, I believe, in the fall of this year, and I think it's such a good idea to expand League as an IP outside of the game. The game is what it is. It's always going to have an incredibly dedicated audience, and it's going to be the biggest MOBA on the market. That goes without saying. The Smites of the world, the Smite 2s, they're never gonna, like, be at the level of League in terms of popularity, but when you have the world and the characters and people that are invested into these characters, and I think there's a large portion of people that grew up playing League, but they're disenfranchised with playing League regularly. Like, bro, as an adult, like, am I really gonna sit down and play a lot of League? Like, I have friends that play a lot of League, but I'm not gonna be into playing League in my late 20s. That's just not gonna happen anymore, and I'm not ready to, like, go online and get absolutely obliterated. But, again, I will play these accessory titles, I will play these spin-off games, and I love the cast of characters in League. That you drop me something like 2XKO, atrocious name aside, it looks so slick. I'm obviously gonna play it. I'm obviously gonna play Ruined King. I'm obviously gonna watch Arcane, and I really like that they are doing this in terms of expanding League so a person like me can still be invested into the IP in the world, but I don't gotta play the MOBA anymore. And I can appreciate the MOBA. I'll watch pro games every now and again. I'll watch my boys that are at a much higher level than me play sometimes, but as far as me investing, you know, multiple hours a day into the game, that's really not in my wheelhouse anymore. I'm not gonna do that in this life anymore. But you know, I still love the characters and whatnot. And Arcane, Ruined King, 2XKO, that's right up my alley. I hope they do something where they do another Ruined King, because I thought that game was excellent. And Bandletale, I believe, just came out. That just came out. They have the game with Silas as the main character, which I always forget the name of that game. I don't know why, but they also have A Song of Nunu. That game turned out to be a pretty good platformer as well. And I know those spin-off titles don't do, like, exceedingly well, but it's still something for the audience to check out, and I hope they continue to do games like that, even though they're not going to be the cash cows that League is. Although 2XKO, I could see this being big, especially as a free-to-play game. It could be something to check out in 2025. But that'll do it for me. Again, Project L. I'm just going to call it Project L. Coming to PlayStation 5 in 2025. I know some of you guys were a fan of League of Legends or maybe played it when you were younger, and I know a lot of you guys are like me, where you have affinity and an attachment towards some of the characters. Your Yasuo's of the world, Echo, so on and so forth, Darius. Some great characters, but, like, let's be real. Like, I'm not trying to go back to that part of my life, but what I will do is enjoy enjoy these spin-off titles and these other games, these accessory games, because they look great. Ruined King was awesome. Convergence was great. This one, I'm interested because it's got a higher ceiling than those other games. It's a fighting game and a free-to-play title. I think a lot of people are going to check it out. We'll see what that ceiling is come 2025. But let me know your thoughts down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.